Gather round, kaijus. It's your boy, Kaiju Kong, aka 2K. Emerging from the depths of sweet solitude to bring you some more Sigma. Soul sustenance. Forgot my own script. Oh, this dog is here. Anyway, today I'm going to be responding to a question asked to me by a brother named Alejandro. My friend, this is a shout out to you. And I thought that what he was asking me probably is what a lot of you Sigma males out there are wondering in life. So I thought to make this video for you. Sigh. I'm now 27 and I've found over the last few years that I've always had trouble really connecting within friend groups. I've been much better with one-on-ones. This has been a point of insecurity, especially as I've come to believe that having that group is what one really needs. However, I'm quite comfortable on my own and fit the character of the Sigma. My question is this: can the two be reconciled? Does not having a solid tribe endanger you as a Sigma? I don't want to be asocial, neither do I want to adjust to the mold of a group, putting the brakes on my own free personality. Thanks for reading. Thank you very much for the question, brother. This is how I want to start out. I too was in my early 20s and late teens. I felt like I was alone. I felt like no one truly understood me. Although I was integrating in society, the way these integrations took place is very superficial. I guess you guys know. It's like, hey guys, how are you? Hey, or hey man, what's up? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. And then that's it. You just depart. It is no surprise that research says 40%, at least 40% of the people who live nowadays, no matter what, even if you're extroverted, no matter if you're introverted, extroverts have the same thing. These guys admit that they don't really feel like they're connecting with other people on a deeper level. To a degree, everyone feels alone. Now, I know, brother, you asked me if having a group endangered you or endangered your title as a Sigma male. One thing you have to understand is that the term Sigma male in itself is a societal construct. It was created by a man. These terms, alpha male, beta male, Sigma male, are created by men. The reason why I'm using Sigma male to determine my channel is because I want to help men who resonate on a certain level. But that does not mean that you have to follow every single point, every single step to be a Sigma male. No, a Sigma male, he disbanded technically from society in his head. He thinks his own way. Therefore, let's put that to the side, because Sigma male can be part of a group, can be not part of a group. But the reason why most Sigma males are not part of the group is because they took ownership of their loneliness. They didn't call themselves lonely. They called themselves alone. Remember, there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. You can be alone, but be totally entertained. You can be totally satisfied and content with that life of being alone, of running the world solo. Therefore, this is what I understood. A Sigma male is one who is alone but has understood these things that I'm about to tell you. Let me begin with this example story. There's this guy named Bob. And Bob, he was suddenly awakened by his alarm clock ringing at 7:30. He was like, oh shit, I'm late for work. Let me go brush my teeth. He brushed his teeth, got changed, went on the bus, got to work. At work, he did what his boss told him. He did his daily tasks. He went home. He took a late dinner. He went to sleep. Now, you see, that story, it's not captivating. There is nothing nice about that story. Why? Because it is common. You've heard this story play out over and over again in different people's lives. Metaphorically speaking, before you began your life in this world, you were given an empty book. And in this empty book, as you live out your life, your story is being written out. Now, you can make this book as interesting as you like, or you can make it as boring as you like. Now, what separates the interesting book from the boring books? The boring books are those tales that are cliché. Those stories are those that the stories that everyone else has. The interesting books are those that are different, that are unique. How do you guarantee that yours is unique? You make sure that the majority, as many pages as possible on your book is different from everyone else. Is that you do your own shit. You do your own life. Make sure that the things that you do are not the same things that everyone else does. Because if you go out to the bar with Bob, Bob goes out to the bar with you, that same page on both of your books is the same. It overlaps. The more things that you do with Bob, or the more things and the more you experience life with a group, the more that the pages on your book coincides and is very similar from the pages on their book. What you understand is the reason why you're feeling lonely is because deep inside your soul, you were born with the answers. Seek it out inside yourself. You were born different for a reason. Many people that hang out in groups don't know the answer. That's why they seek it out through leadership, through discussing with other people. There's a difference between an introvert and an extrovert. What I notice with introverts is that we need silence to come up with our own answers in life, but the answers lie within ourselves. Extroverts, they, like in class, the teacher, they raise their hand up like this, and then when the teacher picks them out, they develop their answers in the presence of other people. Therefore, they need others to figure out the answers to their own life. Introverts, you can figure out the answers to your life by yourself without the need for other people. Extroverts, they need social stimulus or external stimuli in order to come up with the answers for their own life. That's why they need other people. And therefore, if they need other people, their life or their book will coincide with more people. But you as introverts, the thing that you have, this gift of being able to live a different story, of having this unique destiny, the weakness is you may feel lonely in the beginning, but the answers are deep inside you. Remember, it's like a test. If you know the story, the answers to the test, are you going to copy from the guy to your left or to your right? No. You're just going to focus single-mindedly on answering the test. You already know all the answers. But everyone else who does not know the answers to their life, they will scoot over and copy from Bob, or scoot over and copy from Sally over there. And then they get into groups. That's what it is. But introverts, once you understand this, and once you understand that you have your own answers to life, you can focus in life and not feel that you're alone. You're alone because you know the answers. You don't need to copy from someone else. You don't need to join and get into groups. But an important point is that all good stories, the story of Hercules, the story of Odysseus, the story of Achilles, John Wick, all of these stories, Rambo, when you look at the books, they involve other people. And of course, they will have in their pages stories that coincide with other people's stories. But one thing I have to tell you this, is that these stories that involve other people, those other people were there for a purpose. They were really needed. A loner cannot truly be a loner. He needs other people, but these other people are important. They are there for a reason. They're not just there to have drinks in a bar, or they're just there to have a party. No. But when you are young, like for me, when I was younger, yes, I went out to parties. It's nice to get it, it's nice to get it out of the system. So that as early as you are, when you are younger, you get it out of the system and you realize all of this is a bunch of bullshit. All of this you never really truly needed. This nights out in the bar, getting hangover, talking to people, getting together with girls. Once that's out of your system and you realize that you never truly needed that in life to live powerfully, the sooner you can get to actually doing the things that you need to do in life to leave a legacy. The reason why you may be feeling lonely is because the people around you do not resonate on the same level as you. So once you recognize that, you can then start to look consciously, purposefully for the people who resonate or who have the same interests as you. The internet is the great equalizer. It is so much easier now, more than ever, to reach out to people, to connect with people who are on the same level of thinking or the same level of mindset as you. And yet, surprisingly, with this social media, most people are as unsocial as ever because they used it in the wrong means. They don't understand the true power and grasp the true power that social media has. So now you can go and what are your interests? What are your hobbies? And you can reach out to people, or you can get into groups where you focus on that activity. And because you focus on that one activity, like with men, we bond best when we are together facing a certain opponent or a certain goal. Women, they usually bond best when they're facing each other, when they interact with each other. Men, we focus best when we are, as a team, going against a common enemy or a common goal. So you bond together with an activity. Choose an activity, a hobby, an interest that you have, and then get together with that group. And then most certainly in that group or in that sphere of interest, you're going to be able to find people who think like you. And you're not going to feel lonely anymore. As I said, maybe you feel lonely now because people around you are not the same as you. It's natural. A tiger will not feel the same in a pride of lions. A lone wolf will not feel the same in a pack of wolves that are blue pill. Lone wolf, may go out of the pack to seek another pack who think like him. Most of the world's biggest connections take place through common interests, through feeling understood, through feeling like you're a team. Why do you think that most business negotiations or most business agreements are agreed upon while people play golf? They're not really agreed upon in the boardroom. No, most business deals are agreed upon or negotiated during a game of golf. Because social activity, these activities are what builds bonds. They make you really open up. It's not the same as, hey man, what's up? Hey man, what's up? It's different, as if you guys know what I mean. Everyone deep down wants to be understood. Once you know this, you look around at people. Extroverts, they want to fit in. Introverts, they also want to fit in, but they're in a different way. Therefore, everyone wants to fit in. Everyone is a piece of a puzzle of society. Nobody is alone. If you feel like you're alone, you're truly not alone. People just want to put on a mask that they belong. Trust me, when I was younger, if you saw me, you would think that I truly, like even now, even in my presence, when you look at me in society, I look like a very powerful mover in society, in the place that I work. Even if I am a foreigner here, people think that I integrate well. I integrate well, but deep down at work, I don't feel like I'm really truly connecting with the people around me. Only a few. But I'm just at work to get work done. Also, what you have to understand is that when you do grow up, people do mature and people do start to connect with you on a deeper level, because when you're younger, teens, time of teenagers, early 20s, those times are a little bit tough because people are trying to build their identity. When they build their identity, they are more judgmental, so to speak. But when life, as you live on life and you mature, life beats you down, you start to experience more pain. The more pain you experience, the more empathetic you are and the more receptive you are to the scope of the world. Therefore, I think that Sigma males, when you mature, pain builds good people. Pain, suffering, sacrifice. These are the ingredients, unfortunately, that build maturity, that build people of power, and those who can truly make the world a better place. And as I mentioned before, the difference between, I believe, introverts and extroverts is that extroverts, they need external stimuli to develop. Maybe if you're an extrovert, your mission on earth is to talk, to suddenly give the idea to the action taker, and the action taker will take your idea and manifest that into reality. Extroverts, they want to bond with people. When you bond with people, you're either comforting them, or you're raising them up, or you're giving them ideas. You give them. But the thing is, with an introvert, you take in ideas, you reflect on them when you're alone. And when you're alone, you want to be alone. What does that want to be alone mean? The want to be alone is a gift that tells you that you're alone to work on ideas. You're outside momentarily to take in ideas so that when you're alone, you build on the ideas. Introverts, you guys are the action takers. You are built with that innate gift to want to be alone, to be comfortable being alone. Because when you're alone, you can truly work on those ideas to bring them to reality, to manifest them in the real world. That is a power. That is a superpower that many introverts think that is the weakness. But once you shift and you understand that all the greatest innovators, all the greatest creators in the world were alone. Now when you look at this way, look at the world. the world, especially for those of you who believe in God, God was alone before he created the world. Therefore, being solo is a prerequisite for creation. And only when he created the world and its inhabitants did God enter into the extroversion like introverts. Once you create what you want to create, you put it out into the world. When you put it out into the world, then you ask people for feedback. You can then enter your extroverted state and you say, how is the world that I created? Do you like it? How can I improve? And then when they give you the feedback, you then go back, you draw back into your introverted self at home, and then you can focus on building and improving the world or the creation that you created. So the thing I believe with introverts, the powerful thing about introverts is that you can create things. And then you balance it out with the extroversion, which is to ask for feedback and to give to the world. But you cannot give to the world and be in your extroverted if you did not capitalize on your introverted creation. If you know what I mean. So create first. Find that true spark that you were created to make in the world. Once you found that, work on that, develop on that, establish it, manifest it, and then you can enter into your extroverted self more powerfully. Because if you're introverted and you feel shy and you feel awkward, your awkwardness is because you don't have anything to show for it. Extroverts are good at talking. You're not good at talking. What you're built for is to show, to manifest. Therefore, manifest that thing that you want to show and then show it. Once people see in the extroverted world that you have something to show, they will respect you. They will receive you. They will want to engage with you, and then you will not feel so lonely. That, in fact, will make you understood more than even an extrovert will, because that thing that you show comes from the depths of your heart, from the depths of your soul and mind. What people engage you in, is that creation. It's like your baby. Parents, when they see that people compliment their kids, they feel proud. Why do they feel proud? Because that kid is a part of them. So that creation that you put out into the world, when people appreciate it, it's like they appreciate you for who you are. And that you will feel so connected and so at peace with the world, much more than even the extroverts who just put themselves out there like that, talking, but they just like, what's up, how's the weather, hey, let's get a drink sometime, but they don't really truly connect on a spiritual level. Ironically, you guys have actually more potential of connecting than other people now in this age. The world is so saturated with superficial content. Where is the depth? The depth we provide as Sigmas, as introverts. So that's it, my friends. I don't want to keep this too long. This is Kaiju Kong signing off. Do like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for joining my friends. Till next time, stay strong and take care.